We beat two BOGEY teams in a row. What? I am so not used to this. First we beat Burton at the weekend, and then we beat Fleetwood tonight. Well, or yesterday, by the time you're probably watching this. I was at work for this game, but I did manage to catch a majority of the match. So, sneakily, anyway. But yeah, Sunderland 2, Burton, Jesus Christ, can't even speak. Sunderland 2, Fleetwood Town 0. I did have a funny feeling with Fleetwood that now that Joey Barton isn't there anymore, I did think that we might stand a better chance of beating them. And we should really have stood a chance of beating them with him there, to be honest. But, yeah, I mean, from what I did watch of the game, first of all, Sunderland fully deserved the win. Were we at our fluent best? No, I didn't think we were. But at the same time, Fleetwood actually probably looked like the worst team to come up here. And I mean that because the stats said they had no shots on target, didn't even have a shot at goal, according to the stats anyway. And I did see they had a half chance in early on in the game, first 15-20 minutes. And I don't mean to say that out of disrespect to Fleetwood. I'm just saying that it amazed me that Fleetwood didn't come up here and have a bit more of a go. Simon Grayson and Fleetwood, they look very, what's the word I'm looking for? They look very, surprisingly, they look passive, they look non-existent, they sat off us quite a lot, they afforded us the time to do whatever we wanted. And in this result in itself was big for Sunderland because, as we know, we've struggled constantly, quite consistently actually, when teams have come up here and put 10 men behind the ball. And the problem usually is that's exactly why I keep saying don't give teams something to hang on to, because it becomes doubly hard to try and break them down. Wigan's a prime example. Went 1-0 down in that game, and they hung on to it for the rest of the game, and it worked for them. They got 3 points. But as far as this game was concerned, Fleetwood didn't look like they offered anything. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to Fleetwood. They honestly looked like they offered nothing. And obviously no shots on goal suggested that. It looked like to me that Simon Grayson came up here for a point. And I could tell that Fleetwood, put it this way, Joey Barton's Fleetwood and Simon Grayson's Fleetwood are two different teams from what I watched in terms of bite, aggression, physicality. It didn't look like it was there against us at the Stadium of Light. Whereas if you look at the games at Highbury, obviously we lost to them in the EFL Trophy, and then we drew 1-1 to them in the league, which was Simon Grayson's last game. Simon Grayson, Jesus Christ, Phil Parkinson's last game. They looked very aggressive there. They looked like they had some bite about them, some grit about them. And they just look almost non-existent in this game. Now, in this sense, it was good because Sunderland broke them down. And you could see from about an hour gone, it was 0-0. And I was starting to get really anxious that, oh, come on, lads, how we? And I started to think it might actually pan out for a 0-0 here, just like it might not have been our night. But thankfully, a very good cross from Aidan McGeady. Again, Aidan McGeady gets another assist, and I think there was a stat somewhere, apparently, that Aidan McGeady's now joint assist maker, or maybe he's got the most assists in the league, and he's only played since December, which I think, again, like I keep mentioning, makes Phil Parkinson ridiculous for not bothering to play McGeady at all. Like I said, I know there's the bullying thing, and if that happened at the time that he was ostracised from the team, then fair enough, but you don't let him train with the under-23s. You don't even let him be associated with the younger players if he's bullying people. It's very counterproductive, as I've said before. But very good cross from Aidan McGeady, and a very good header from Aidan O'Brien. Now, that in itself was encouraging, and obviously the second goal, yeah, let's be honest, I think the keeper should have saved Power's header. But the good refreshing thing for me is that Wyke didn't score. Now, obviously, I want Wyke to get as many goals as he can, but the good thing is tonight we showed we could score without him. Now, whether that's a flash in the pan based on the Fleetwood game, or whether we take that forward into the games coming up, I don't know. As for the rest of the season, I do believe that Sunderland will make top 6 at the moment, but obviously it's at the moment. That could change like that. It's topsy-turvy this season. People are going on about top 2. Now, don't get me wrong. Sunderland shouldn't really ever be ruled out of a top 2 in League One. I still think it's a long stretch. I still think Sunderland need to go on a considerable winning streak in order to have a chance. And when I say considerable winning streak, I'm talking for example, the run Phil Parkinson had just over a year ago, where we beat Doncaster, we drew against Fleetwood, we beat Lincoln, Wickham, MK Dons, drew against Donny, beat Tranmere, lost to Pompey, and then you beat Ipswich, Rochdale, Oxford, and Bristol Rovers. So out of 12 games, 1 defeat, I think it was something like 1 defeat, 2 draws, 9 victories, something like that. That's the sort of run. So we've got 18 games left, actually, 17 games left, funny enough. If you look at 9 games, 6 wins, 2 defeats and a draw, you kind of need to replicate that here. So out of 17 games left, you really need to win about at least 13, 14 of them to have a chance at the top 2 for me. I just don't know whether Sunderland are going to do it. But saying that, you never know. It's still a stretch, but we'll wait and see. I think we've just got to continue getting on a run, keep going, keep pushing, and the more we win, then the more I might start to believe. I love you and leave you there, guys. Apologies that it's very late, but hopefully, you never know. If I'll come back to us and quote this video if we do manage somehow to get in the top 2, and I've been proven massively wrong. I really hope so, but at the minute, I doubt it. I love you and leave you there, guys. See you all the weekend for Crew. Thanks for the support everyone gives me. Like, comment, and subscribe on this channel. It would mean a lot to us, and I'll see you all later. Stay safe.